Hey everyone, how are we doing? And welcome back to another video. I'm super excited to show you today. We're going to look over um, how the Giants theme team that we're going to be looking to make, how that Giants theme team is going to look day one with some of the core elites that will be that are going to be available for our Giants team that you can get those Giants chem from. First of all, I want to give a shout out to it's accidental underscore juke is the guy on Twitter who went through all of like the 260 plus core elites with power ups that are going to be in the game, and he put together a list of all of the players that are going to get each team's chemistries. So this is kind of where I got that list from. But so we're gonna get into it. So on offense, as you can see, there's not too many guys. Um, our right guard, who we lost, Kevin Zeitler, he's gonna be the only person from our offensive line who's gonna get this chem. Who will be the power? Who you're gonna be able to power up. Another guy who's no longer on the Giants, hasn't been for a couple years now, is Odell Beckham. This is going to be a solid card. He's always a good card with that speed. And then two current Giants, obviously Saquon Barkley. He's going to be one of the better running backs day one. And as I've mentioned previously, he's going to get that superstar MVP card day one. That's, I believe, an 89 powered up to a 90 overall. So he's going to be a very good running back day one. Then we have Kenny Galladay, who again will be a very solid card. If you look to, I think he was an 82. So with the 82 overall with 84 speed. Like he's a physical receiver. He's much more for the jump balls and kind of plays like that. At 6'4", 213, he's gonna have good catch in traffic, spec catch, all that stuff. Um, but so those are the people we're gonna start with on offense. On defense, the team's a lot more crowded. So starting in the secondary, we're gonna have Logan Ryan. He's going to start out as a core elite, which is a massive upgrade considering he wasn't even in the game to start Madden 21. He had a great year with the Giants, so at the safety position, so he's someone who I'm really looking forward to using day one. Um, Also in the secondary, we have James Bradbury, who he made that jump from a 78. He's going to be, I'm expecting him to maybe an 82 because he had such a good year. He was Pro Bowler. Um, if you look, yeah, so he had an 83 speed at a 78. I'm thinking if he has an 82 speed, he can maybe get 85, 86 speed, which would be awesome, especially at the beginning of the year. Um, Linebackers, we've got Blake Martinez, who he's not really going to be the best for coverage or usering, but he'll be as a run stopper. He's someone who's going to be great for just kind of in the box when on running downs when you know they're going to run the ball. You can always sub him in, get him, and he'll be very good for that. Anyway, this is a decent card at a 72. If you're thinking +8 because he's going to be an 80, he's going to be an elite. He's looking at close to 80 speed, good strength, good tackling. So this should be a solid card. And then run stoppers, they did mention that they buffed him, so he will be able to get like enforcer for cheaper. So he'll be able to get some abilities that will be a little cheaper. As well as and it's more of a pass rusher. We have Jason Pierre-Paul, who's going to be a core lead. He's with the Buccaneers, as you can see, but since he was on the Giants, he will get that Giants team chemistry. And you can look at this. His block shedding and power move is not great, but at a 78, he had an 81 finesse move, so I'm thinking he'll have at least an 83 to 84 if he's only an 80 overall. But with 70 speed, it's decent. So there's someone who'll be a good addition day one, being able to get after the quarterback. Leonard Williams did get that bump this year from last year, so he's going to start at I believe like an 82, which he had a great year. So this will be someone if we can get that power move to in the 80s and that finesse move to something respectable, this is going to be a very good card because he's already got good strength, block shedding. So if you get that some of those bumped up into the 80s, it's going to be a very solid card early in the year. And then the run stopper hasn't been on the Giants for quite some time now, but since he played for the Giants at some point, he's going to get that chemistry, and as long as he's an elite, he gets that power up. This 89 strength, hopefully he gets in the 80s block shed. This is going to be a very good card. Just you throw in the middle, you could put inside stuff on him, and he'll be great with blowing up the run from inside. So now we're going to look into some of the cards that you're going to look to get that will not be as high overall, will not have those power ups. Um, so the second cornerback that we're going to be looking for, who I'm a little upset that he did lose his elite status because we did just get him, is this 81 overall, what used to be 81 overall, Adoree Jackson. I'm hoping at an 81, he was an 86 speed, 87 excel. If he can stay maybe an 84, 85 speed, then I'll be very happy with that because then that gives you a very good card, especially with the Giants theme team, you're getting that addition to speed. So that'll be a very good card on the edge. At strong safety, um, you're going to have Jabril Peppers, who is has always been a very good card. Um, yeah, I find he's just good. He's quick, and as a run sport, you're going to be able to get more kind of enforcer type with that good hit power enforcer type abilities. That with 84 speed, even if he went up to maybe 78, 79, if he can get +1, +2 to the speed or excel, this is going to be a very solid card. You could just kind of throw up top. Even he might be better like as in the box kind of a sub linebacker, how I kind of used him a little bit. I think he'll be very good like that. Um, in terms of a right outside linebacker, um, let's look who we got. They do always come out with Lawrence Taylor early on in the year, so I'm hoping we get no one of him because he's always just you. You got Lawrence Taylor, you throw him on your field, and then when the next time the Lawrence Taylor comes out, you throw the new one out there. Um, but in terms of like you see, we'll have a Kyler Fackrell. Obviously, these players aren't going to be the best overall. They're going to be low golds, maybe even under that. You hope not. The later on to the year, you're going to get those more of those cards that will be a little bit more usable. But yeah, we'll maybe Kyler Fackrell will be out there. Um, if you're looking for a second middle linebacker, um, you can have Tay Crowder, who he obviously he's not going to be anywhere near an 84 overall. Not going to be anywhere near an 80, but he'll be a decent backup. He'll get the chemistry, and also to mention, Cam Chancellor is going to be this year's version of Sam Mills, so he's going to be able to get your Giants theme team chemistry, and even though he never played on the team, so that's you'll be able to sub Jabril Peppers into the sub linebacker position and use Cam Chancellor at safety, or you could do vice versa, sub Cam Chancellor as a sub linebacker. Who, if you want to use him as user, that might be more the move to go. As a left end, another guy that we normally always get is Michael Strahan, who will be very good. If they do come out with a LeVar Arrington card, that would be great. He'd be awesome there. In terms of a giant, Dexter Lawrence is who I'm going to look for. Um, Very good card, especially early on. With he's going to have very good block shedding and power move because he is that power rusher with great strength. Obviously, they won't be as good as this card because he's an 85 overall, but he'll be a very solid card that you can use. And then I showed you a DT. Um, and then on offense, we'll go through this a little quicker, especially the offensive line positions. You're just going to use the best one that gets the chemistry. But quarterback, it's going to be Daniel Jones. I always like his cards early in the game because he's going to have good speed, um, and his field general archetype is good because it um, allows you to get set feet lead and hot route master early in the game, especially once he gets normally his first first upgrade. That'll be a little better. That's going to be a good card that you can use. At wide receiver, I'm either going to use Kadarius Toney, Sterling Shepard, and or John Ross. Kadarius Toney and John Ross are going to be really just burners. They're the people you're going to want to use to beat people over the top. And Sterling Shepard, as more of a route runner, he's going to be someone you can you throw one of those route technicians on to really carve up the defense. Um, Fullback, Elijah Penny is the only guy who gets Giants chem at fullback. So if you want a fullback, that's who you're going to use. At tight end, you're going to use Evan Ingram. I saw his card earlier. He's like on one of like the league pictures. He has a gold, so he's going to be another good budget gold card. who's going to be able to he's going to be fast. Um, Catching, route running won't be that great, but at tight end, you get good speed. You're normally happy with that. Um, in terms of offensive line, um, this is where your Giants theme team is really going to struggle. Um, you got this Andrew Thomas. Talking, I'll kind of show you the cards, but I'll talk about kind of in real life. In real life, I do see this Giants offensive line playing a lot better this year as opposed to last year because you did see improvements from them as the year went on. Um, so to start, you'll probably get a Will Hernandez card. He will not be a 79 overall. He took a big dip down in production this past year. But that David the heel card, if we get another one of those, because he was a theme builder, so you were able to get him day one for your team. He was one of the guys called the team diamonds. So if you can get him, you always take any help you can get for the Giants offensive line. Nick Gates did play very well. Shane Lemieux, he's supposed to be starting at guard this year, and then I don't even know if he had a card last year. Uh, Marcus Pert was the guy who played a lot of who between Nate Solder, and Andrew Thomas are going to be the ones playing the tackle positions. Yeah, I don't even think he was in the. He might not have even been in the game because he was added very late. Cameron Fleming, I don't believe he's on the team anymore. Um, but that's enough talking about backup offensive linemen. So we'll say Nate Solder. So this offensive line is going to be very brutal early in the year. Those are going to be the positions that I sub out to non-Giants players. Um, but this is kind of a generic how the Giants theme team will look early in the year. As you can see, we have the 25, so Logan Ryan's getting a little chemistry because we have that 25 out of 30 Giants theme team chems. So you can see Saquon, some pe- people starting to get upgrades, and that's really kind of the main reason you use that theme team is you start getting those plus one, plus two to speed and all stuff like that. But this is a little generic kind of overview of how the Giants theme team is going to look. Um, and then, like I said, you get a kicker, but I'm not gonna. You take the kicker who has good kick power. We also have Morton Anderson as a Giants theme team. So if you get him early in the year, he's gonna be better. You play the solo, you pick up his power up, and then you call it a day like that. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to see me go through any other teams to kind of help break down how your team's going to look earlier on in the year, please let me know below. I'd be more than happy to kind of go through it. Talk to you guys about what theme teams you guys are going to make. I know that was kind of the meta this past Madden 21. So if you guys want to see anything, please let me know down below. Um, like I always say, any like, comment, share, even view helps more than you know, especially early on when I'm trying to grow the channel. But like I said, thanks for coming. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Take care.